Hello friends, I'm Jamie Comer. Let's continue our discussion about values. I shared a previous video speaking about what values are, why they're important, and one way we can find them or discover them inside of ourselves, because they're not just things we choose, they're things that they're qualities that we really identify with and that help define us and help us make decisions, important decisions, little decisions, and help us kind of live our life almost like by our own code of conduct. I'd like to talk about values in different areas of our life. And for this discussion, let's talk about the workplace. Our values can actually help us craft our environment, or not so much our environment, I'd say, and our choices in a way that helps us feel aligned, and it helps us actually feel fulfilled in our work. You know, we've all been in jobs that have just, maybe they're draining, maybe we don't have the creative space, maybe we feel like unfulfilled, we feel restricted, or we feel put down, we feel weak in it, we don't feel strong, right? As I'm saying this, I'm getting lower and lower talking about it, thinking of the roles that I've been in, and the people that have been in those environments too. You know, I've had my share of, speaking from a sports perspective, coaches that have been very uplifting and supportive. So I feel excited to go in and do my best in the pool. And I've also worked with coaches who have been demeaning and speaking in a way that I feel smaller and smaller, and I don't feel like I'm stepping into my own, and I feel like my values are just like squished a little. And that really impacts us. So whether it's the people around us, whether it's ourselves, what can we do though? What can we do to really feel fulfilled in our space? So whether our space right now, our workspace, is something we are currently loving, or maybe there's something we can actually fine tune and tweak a little bit. For example, I've had a client that shared that one of their values is efficiency. They really value efficiency in their life. I resonate with that. I really value functionality, functionalism, just being functional, multifunctional. They're having multiple purposes for something. So this client really valued efficiency. And through discussion, we found that, they're not living the level of efficiency that they want to live in. So, because we talked about it. Well, what's your level of satisfaction in this value of efficiency? How much are you living this value? And they said, they're like, well, actually in my workspace, not as much. Like I feel a little disorganized. I feel like I could just be more efficient. I could make things more efficient. So we dove into, well, what could you be more efficient in? What are you currently tolerating? What are you tolerating right now that just doesn't feel efficient? And through this discussion, we were able to identify some specific areas where they're tolerating and able to make changes so that they could feel more efficient, so they could feel more satisfied and fulfilled in this area that's really important to them. Now, if we look at this, step back for a moment and look at this in big picture terms, why does that matter? Well, we probably feel happier because we're doing something that we like more. We're doing it in a way that works for us. And this is very unique to you or to me and to this individual. In other words, our values are unique, and how we learn and how we create is going to be unique. And so we need to honor that space for ourselves, right? Instead of just being told, everybody learns like this. All right, everyone do X, Y, and Z, right? We need to have that space to discover what our values are, what's important to us, and how we can cultivate those values in our workspace, for example. So if we look at this big picture, why is this important? Why are values and living by or acting with and honing in on them important in the workspace? I'll go back to this discussion about, or this analogy of filling our cup. It's one I use almost all the time, and for a specific reason, and you'll hear why. Think about yourself. Okay, now that I have a cup in my hand, I'll just use this, my mug. Okay, this has my energy in it. And I have multiple cups in front of me. This is where, and I'm choosing to put my energy into these multiple cups. Some of them are my family time, some of them are my career, some of them, if I specifically go into my career, there's like mini cups, right? There's time I spend on admin. There's time I spend emailing clients. There's time I spend on the phone listening to clients and speaking with them and holding space for them. There's time I spend organizing my travel for speaking, and then I actual travel and speaking. And so if I look at those actual cups, which ones are actually fulfilling to me, that I would receive a positive return of investment, right? It's because I'm putting my energy into that. So if we look at this in our workspace, we'll look at, well, where are we putting energy in that's fulfilling for us, that we're receiving a positive return of investment, and where are we, the cup, it's almost like there's a hole at the bottom of the cup and it's just draining out. It's like, because we're not getting anything in return. So as bringing this back to the example of my client who wanted to feel more efficient, where they were not feeling efficient, they were draining their energy. They were putting energy into something that just wasn't working for them. And it's essentially wasted energy, wasted time, which can result in wasted productivity, efficiency, performance. I mean, how it impacts other areas of our workspace, not to mention our own mood and emotions, is vast, profound, really uncharted, I think. So we can look at our values in the workspace as a way to hone in on making the most of our cup, of what we have, because we do not have infinite energy. We can if we create that for ourselves, but a lot of times we are putting our energy into cups that have holes at the bottom, and we're not getting anything in return. Worrying about stuff, stressing about something we said in the past, stressing about the future, what someone might say, right? These when our thoughts go to areas that are not helpful for us, and then if we apply that in the workspace, maybe inefficient work patterns or ways to organize things, again, if efficiency is important to you. So let's step back and reflect. Okay, values in the workspace. What values are being supported in my workspace right now? My value of, so for me, my value of, I used before, freedom and adventure and choice, that is supported in my workspace. Where is it supported and where is it not supported? This is a great way to hone in on what's working for you and what's not working for you in your role, in your responsibilities, how you spend your time. Values, it comes down to values. So where are you living those values? If you want to explore what your values are, bring that discussion to your organization, contact me. That's my bread and butter, what I love to do and share. Not bread and butter, I think it's more of like it's just a passion. It's a happy place, if you will. It's something I'm really passionate about talking about. Go figure. Contact me to bring the discussion of values to your organization and how it impacts our performance, our productivity, our efficiency, our ability to lead and to bring our culture together in a way that is supportive, empowering, and it really empowering at the center of the individual, and then which empowers our entire organization. You can find me at jamiecomer.com, JAIMEKOMER, and contact me at hello@jamiecomer.com, spelled the same way. Subscribe here on this YouTube channel, as I'll be sharing more and more as we embark on our adventures, and I look forward to hearing from you, comments from you, and may your week be zesty, delicious, and nutritious, and full of your values. My values honor your values, and thank you for being you and for showing up today.